Hi everyone and welcome today. I'm delighted to be here and tell you more about a project I did during the first year of my social innovation career. It was an event called Sprint and Teamstorm, and this presentation will be or is divided into three parts. Firstly, I will talk about the origin of the event. Then I will give you more information or in-depth information, I have to say, about our commission, and finally give you more knowledge about our contemporary results, the results that we wanted to have. I will be glad to answer all your questions, if you have any, at the end of my presentation. So I start with some general information about the commission. By the time that we started this project, we went to Venlo. That was where our commissioner was situated. And we went there just to talk to them, to have a clear shared vision about what this event was going to look like, what our commission was going to look like, and what would be the result of the event. This was a really nice talk. We immediately had a very strong relationship with our commissioner. So we went back home, and to sum up, our commission would be create a communication plan or create a marketing communication plan, create an emergency plan, create and implement the ambience and impression throughout the project and throughout the event, and make it a fun day, because that was like the highest goal we could achieve. This leads me to the next point. We had to create a goal for the marketing and communication. Marketing and communication is a thing that doesn't work without a goal. So what we did is we created goals, and we wanted 300 visitors that would come to our event, 60 subscriptions for the Teamstorm, and 100 attendance for the Sprintstorm. This is too big, this was kind of vague, so we divided again these groups into subgroups, and we made a target group analysis per subgroup, and those subgroups were the attendance, the visitors, and the volunteers. Elina and me read a book about marketing and communication called Positioneren, which is a really nice book to read if you're making a target group analysis and making a communication plan. We used a lot of theories that were written down in this book. The book is written down by Rick Riesebos. We used it, and we achieved our goals, so it was a good idea to choose this book. In addition to the marketing and communication plan, we wanted everyone that joined or visited our project or event to be satisfied. So what we did is we used a method, or actually two methods, that are created by Bruce Hennington in his book Universal Methods of Research, on which you can measure during your event or before your event whether the people or attendants are satisfied. The two strategies that we used were research previous editions and surveys and live research throughout the day. By the time we created this marketing and communication plan, we had to come up with some ideas regarding the ambience and impression, which will be used and implemented at the day itself. Again, we used a theory for this, which is the IMA Diamond by Angelica van Dam. And it's a really nice measurement instrument to measure whether your experience, your created experience or designed experience, is meaningful or not. So we had some ideas regarding the ambience and impression. We implemented or used the IMA Diamond to measure whether they were meaningful, and then we used them or we didn't use them. Last up, what our goal was, or part of our commission, I have to say, was creating an emergency plan. Our event was a sports event, and a sports event, there were always injuries, there were always emergency. So we wanted to tackle that, and we wanted to be prepared for everything that could happen. So we made an emergency plan, and our emergency plan was a big list of internal and external risks. that could occur throughout the day, and we connected the action to that. So if anything would happen, for example, it would be raining really hard, then we knew exactly what to do before the event even started. It was a really nice thing, so we tackled everything before. Again, we use a theory for this. We are students, we use theories. So we use the theory Safe Events by CTO, which is a really nice theory to use if you are organizing an event. After our first talk with the commissioner, we went back home, we assembled all the information, and then we went back again to give them an overview, what we called You Give, You Get. Moreover, this overview was an overview with some demands. We needed some things from the commissioner in order to make this a successful day. So what we wanted to have from the commissioner was €1,000, advice and their expertise, because we are students, we needed advice, we needed expertise. In exchange for these three things, so the €1,000 advice and expertise, they would get 100 Sprintstormers, 60 subscriptions for the Teamstorm, a target group analysis, an emergency plan, a marketing and communication plan, and more importantly, a successful day. This is how we dealt with the project, how we dealt with some problems regarding the commission. And at the end, it was a very successful day. We all had fun. We learned a lot of things which we can use for coming events or coming projects. And it was one big success. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?